Call to order the Attleboro Planning Commission meeting of December 11th, 2023. We'll begin with roll call, please.
Ken Farrell, Lawrence Stevens,
Here.
Larry Burns,
Here.
John Cresser,
Here.
Michelle Cresser, here, Jamie Snyder, here.
Thank you. First up is approval of the December 11th, 2023 agenda. Is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda? Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Burns and seconded by Commissioner Michelle Cresser. Any additions to the agenda? Not all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is approval of our last meeting minutes of August 7th, 2023. Is there a motion for their approval? Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Then a motion by Commissioner Burns and seconded by Commissioner Michelle Cresser. Any additions or corrections to those minutes? Not all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Move on to old business, and first up is the Bennett's Court update.
Wanted to bring you up to date on Bennett's Court out on Maple Avenue. So as many of you know, Lennar purchased the property back in the summertime. They placed ENS controls out on site. They are currently working on infrastructure updates. So they have in the sanitary, in the street in Maple Avenue, they had the storm sewer, and they are running the electric conduit car. They contracted with Carr and Duff, which actually works out well for the borough. So Carr and Duff was out there, run all the primary conduit down, and in the next maybe week to week and a half, they talked about moving forward with the paving of the out there. So the property on Maple Avenue, that section right there, all the way back into the development. And after January, they said they would come in for building permits for individual homes. So they're looking to do that. I think it really depends on the winter time for that schedule. So I would say more spring. If we're going to have the winter that maybe is predicted we're going to have around here, that it would probably be in spring, but it seems to be going good. Few questions from residents, nothing crazy. And they have been really good about communicating, from what I hear, with door knockers, letting residents know what's going on. So the project is moving forward.
Great. Any questions?
None.
All right, move on to the Diddens Greenhouse update.
The only update for Diddens is I know that their engineer is working with both Hatfield Borough Public Works and HTMA to identify like the sanitary sewer manholes. Some are, obviously the property is both in the township and the borough. So they've been working on cleaning up the plan that they submitted. That was one section of the plan they were working on cleaning up. And then hopefully after the new year, we'll see an updated plan so they can come back in to present to Planning Commission and Council.
Any questions on that update? And we'll move on to 23 North Main Street, Arbor Grove update.
23 North Main Street, Arbor Grove. We're just waiting right now on a revised plan. They are working with the Code and Zoning Department. There was an application that was submitted with some text amendment application that was submitted. But Bob is in communication with them to get more copies so we can release that to review at the Planning Commission and then at Borough Council. If they kind of fall in with the time frame that we're thinking of, hopefully Planning Commission would see that at the end of January, and then Council could see that at the end of February, because you need a 30-day review. But Bob's in communication with them, so we're waiting on them to submit another plan.
Good. Any questions on that update? Now we'll move into new business and our 2024 meeting dates.
The 2024 meeting dates are included in your packets. If you look at the Planning Commission dates, it was discussed that we would move the Planning Commission from the first Monday of the month to the fourth Monday of the month. They're proposed just because we were changing around schedule so much. The first Monday didn't fall before the first council meeting, and then we would have to move it around, and it just got to be confusing. So we thought if it was the fourth Monday of the month, it would just be more static and for everybody. I do want to add that on May 20th, 2024, that's the third Monday due to Memorial Day. And also December 16th is the third Monday due to Christmas. an open discussion if we would like to move November 25th to November 18th, because of the Thanksgiving holiday. The planning commission would be scheduled for that Monday, and Thanksgiving would be on November 28th. So that's up for discussion at the planning commission this evening. And also up for discussion with the planning commission is the possibility of switching the meetings from 7:00 PM to 6:00 PM. Some members had just wanted to propose that to the group. I know, Chair Kenneth Farrell, was speaking to him. He had said he's in support of whatever the planning commission would like to do. If you would like to move that November meeting, he's in support of that. If you would like to move to 6:00, he's in support of that also. If you don't want to, he's in support of that. He just said whatever is best for the group, he's willing to work for his schedule. So just open for discussion if we want to switch any of those dates or times around, what the commission thinks.
You have to do them separate or?
No, you could just, we're just an open discussion, and then
Yeah.
we would change it.
18th is good by me if it's good with you guys,
Yeah, sure.
for the 18th.
So move the November 25th to November 18th. And okay, great.
As far as the time, I'm flexible at 6 or 7 o'clock, so whatever works good for Russ is also okay with me.
We could try it. See how well it goes.
For 6, I'm looking at your guys' schedule.
Yeah.
I know we had previously talked about it at the planning commission, and it was, your schedules, because yours are most impacted by, traffic and the commute after work and those things. But, if you want to try it, that's fine. If it doesn't work, it's whatever you guys would like. We will advertise it that way.
We don't, if we agree to change it, we don't have to do it for a whole year, right? We could change it during the year if it became a problem.
So it's advertised, all the meeting dates are advertised for the year, but if you would decide to change it and it wasn't working at a meeting, you would just change it, and then we would put those dates in the newspaper and advertise them. Like, so if you want,
Stop with
if you did it for July and then all of a sudden, August through December, it didn't work for your guys' schedule, we would just update that and advertise that in the newspaper, and then it could be changed.
it. You want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Let's do first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, whatever.
Okay, great. So we will update that before, we would go to advertising 6:00 PM, and then November 18th, 2024 will be the November meeting.
That's good. Thank you. Next up is planning commission terms.
Wanted to bring to your attention, that, Ken Farrell, Larry Burns, and Michelle Kresser's planning commission terms are set to expire on December 31st, 2023. They are all interested in continuing to serve on the planning commission. And it was a discussion at the council meeting, and they will all 3 be on for reappointment at the reorganization meeting in January.
Very good. All right, if there's no other new business, we'll move into action items. And so a motion to approve the 2024 planning commission meeting dates,
With the top change,
right, with the discussed changes.
motion,
Thank you.
second.
You got it first, I think.
Oh, okay.
Motion by Commissioner Burns, second by Commissioner Michelle Kresser to approve the dates that we just discussed. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Normally, there would have been an announcement saying the next planning commission meeting is X date, but we didn't add that onto this agenda because we didn't know. So just a reminder that the next planning commission date will be January 22nd, 2024. Hopefully, we'll have something from one of the developers.
Good. The motion to adjourn,
Motion.
second. Or adjourn.